Hi everybody, welcome back. Fit Fanny here. Today is day 17 of my 75 card journey, and this is Vim, who I wasn't expecting to appear on camera today, but Vim is insisting on some attention, so attention Vim will get. Today's video is a little bit of real life storytelling related to giving up. So both my partner and I subject pronouns. Both my partner and I have had moments lately where times have gotten tough. And so I would like to share those stories with you in case they help you find a pathway forward. So yesterday was a very busy day in our household. We had friends who were coming over for gaming. If you saw the massage video, I had to leave for a while to go to a massage and come back. And so basically cleaning, cooking, running around. Oh yeah, I also had volleyball. Things were just particularly busy that day. I happened to get up first thing and work out, as did my partner, but I had the built-in buffer of an evening volleyball game. So friends came and left after friend cleanup happened, and I happened to be sitting at the dining room table. I apologize, I keep looking down. I wish you could see this beautiful creature. Oh my God. I happened to be sitting at the dining room table, and my partner came in the room and is like F, I never did my second workout of the day. And, I entered into the age-old problem-solving mode rather than listening mode, and I said, well, why not work out right now? And this is at, 10:30-ish p.m. And my partner sort of grumbled like, I don't want to work out now. I guess I'm just going to fail. And I understand that angst. Like, if I were in the same situation, I would probably feel the same. And, stormed off, and I continued doing what I was doing. I was actually working on a YouTube video. And, I didn't think too much of it in that minute because I'm like, well, failure happens. There are times when we decide that something is more important than something else, and we have our priorities and we just let things slide. A few minutes later, my partner came back and was like, well, in a completely different state of mind, well, if I fail today, there's no way in heck I'm going to start again tomorrow. Like, I'll just be done. I'm just done. So I guess I decided I'm going to just go for a walk right now. And I have to say, I was so impressed and so proud of my partner in that moment, because sometimes it's difficult to just pause for a moment. I keep fluffing cat sprinkles. This kitty though. But I was really proud because it's easy in those moments to just give up, or to give in to the anger that you feel, or to just let frustration take over. But in this situation, my partner was able to take a breath, pause for a few moments, recognize that the likelihood of continuing on the next day was extremely low if giving in to that failure today. And so I was like, well, can I join you on the walk? And I did. And it was actually a really, really beautiful late night walk. I mean, I recognize not everybody is in a situation where you can go for a walk at 10:45 p.m. comfortably. But where we live, we can. And so we put on our nerdy reflective vests. We have these I should have brought that as to show you. We have these sort of nerdy chartreuse vests that we wear when we're walking at night or when we're running at night, and just to help increase visibility. And we went out and had a nice stroll. And the first 15 minutes or so, my partner was a little grumpy. But you know what? By the end, both of us were very relaxed, very happy that we had gone for a stroll. And it was actually a really nice way to wind down the day. So even when you have those days where you just feel like you can't fit it all in, and it gets to the almost end of the day and you're tired and you just want to go to bed and you just want to skip that final workout, or you just want to skip the water or skip the reading or whatever, feel that. Like, really feel it. Like my partner did. Get grumpy. Stomp around a little bit. And then take a few deep breaths, allow your mind to clear, and maybe you'll see that it is actually more important for you to continue on. And you might also say, it's just not physically possible today. I have to let this lapse. But then in that case, let yourself recalibrate so that you're able to come back the next day and start back over on day one. If I were to miss a day on this 75 hard journey, and I haven't yet so far, let's just knock on a little bit of wood, I would start over the next day, because this is something that I really want to accomplish. But in my partner's case, it was like, I know if I fail, I'm not going to start over. So knowing yourself is really important too. So allow yourself that moment of insight and get shit done. So, story number 2. This is a me story. 75 hard is a lot, and I've been working really hard to take care of myself throughout this process. But it is a lot, and it puts our bodies through more than what they might be used to in terms of the intensity of working out. Even if you're not pushing yourself to the limit every single workout, 90 minutes of exercise on top of an already busy life is a lot. And in my case, admittedly, I haven't been taking care of my sleep as much as I should. So a lot of times I find myself reading kind of right up until the wire, or at least reading right up until I go to sleep, drinking water until close before I go to bed, which is probably disrupting my sleep. So I've allowed myself to get a little bit worn down. And when I woke up, definitely had some swollen lymph nodes, definitely had some, just overwhelming exhaustion. And I got out of bed, had to take beautiful creature Vim to the vet, and got back home and just crashed on the couch. Well, actually, first of all, crashed in massage chair and then crashed on the couch, and was just so exhausted. And I was thinking to myself, like, why am I so depleted? What's going on? And even my Oura ring was telling me, like, something's been straining your system. And when I paused and reflected, I'm like, well, you've been working out a lot more, and you've been still doing all the other things that you're normally doing, and you've been pushing yourself to stay up later, and you're stressed about going back to work, and you're stressed about your job search. So there's all of these things, and you had people in your house, and you were at this other gathering where there were people, so there's all these different ways that I'm kind of, burning myself out and pushing myself really, really hard. And that's what it's all about, pushing yourself and trusting yourself that you're going to be able to keep up and follow through. So what do I do? Well, I could give up, like my partner wanted to last night, or I can keep going. And my decision was to keep going. So I gave myself the rest that I needed. I took more cat hair. Oh my God. You only saw one cat. There are 3 cats in this house. So there's cat hair everywhere. Most of the time I'll be like eating something and there'll just be like little pieces of cat hair in my food. It can't be helped. Now I'm getting off target. But I listened to my body and I gave myself the rest that I needed. I took a nap, and then I took a nap, and then I laid on the couch. And when I was finally able to feel a bit more myself and to feel energized after that rest, I did a really, really low impact and relaxing workout that was a lot of stretching and a lot of yoga poses and a lot of balance work, and was not, getting my heart rate up to level 4. I mean, maybe I was in level 1, if I'm lucky, maybe for a little while level 2. But it wasn't about the sweat. It wasn't about the intensity. It wasn't about the it was about the taking care of myself while still following through on the journey. My goal was to do a 4-mile run and to do weights. But instead, I did a very low impact sort of stretching yoga-y type workout. And now my second workout is going to be a walk. And that's okay. I'm still working out twice. I'm still going to have one outside workout. I'm still going to read my pages. I'm still going to stick to my nutrition plan. I'm still going to take a progress photo. But I just had to change course. And of course, if I was curled up on the floor, sick to my stomach or on an IV, hospitalized, of course, I'm not going to push myself to do 75 hard. I can, I can read the signs of when I need to stop versus when I need to just pump the brakes. And today is really one of those pump the brakes days. I need to just take a moment to take stock of my body, of my well-being, and then once I know where I am, I proceed accordingly. So the last couple of days in our 75 hard journey have been a little bit challenging, between just the chaos of having a house full of people and all that goes along with that, and my partner wanting to give up, and me just having my body start to say, hey, you need to slow down. So I did. I listened, and I'm actually feeling a lot better now that I gave myself that time to rest, and I gave myself a little bit of opportunity for recovery. And, I think I'm really proud of both of us for being able to sort of read the signs, step back, take a breath, and say, well, how can we creatively move forward, even though we are both in a position where it feels like it might be a good time to give up or to step back. So yeah, I didn't get my 4-mile run, which is part of my half marathon training, but I'll do it tomorrow. It's fine. Who cares? I'll do it tomorrow. And in terms of those weights, I could do them another day. I would like to lift weights Monday through Friday, but if I don't lift weights one day and I do something else instead because that's what I need, that's okay. I'm still doing the work. I'm still checking the boxes, and I think I'm doing something more than checking the boxes. I'm actually checking in with myself and with my situation. And I think that is, for me, the 75 hard is all about self-trust. And that is also the self-trust of knowing that I will take care of myself how I need to, and that I'm not going to just force myself to push when I need to actually pull back, or I'm not going to, grind when I really need to breathe. So that is my story about giving up and carrying on. I'd love to hear any thoughts you have about it. If you're doing 75 hard, have you had any of those give up days, and what was that like for you? If you're doing some other sort of, self-improvement, personal growth kind of program, what has giving up almost looked like for you? Or if you did give up, how did you get yourself back on track? Love to hear more from you in the comments. Thank you so much for being part of my 75 hard journey. 17 days in, going strong-ish, but going. And that's the most important thing. Thank you so much. Bye.